In doing my TCG history video series, I've had to start specifying that I'm going to go over a certain Pokemon's TCG history within the mainline trading card game, because there are, of course, other trading card series other than the trading card game. You have the Card-Ass series from way back in the beginning. You have your Topps trading cards that a Pokemon can appear in. The series of cards that I would like to talk about now, that also includes a Mewtwo, is in this Pokeball. And a lot of you may recognize this. This is the 1999 Burger King Special Edition 23 karat gold-plated Mewtwo. These cards were available at Burger King during the absolute height of Pokemania. It was in November and December of 1999. They were there to promote Pokemon the First movie. And so, of course, kids were going nuts. I was going nuts. Where I lived in rural Kentucky, there weren't a lot of Burger Kings. There was one that was in a city about 25 minutes away, and my family never ate there, never even really went to that side of town. But for this Pokemon event, I made them go through the drive-thru. I had to have one of these gold-plated cards. And I didn't know at the time, because I was a dumb kid, that you could request which one you wanted at the drive-thru. But they just said, hey, I want one of these gold-plated cards. And the one I got was Togepi, which was probably the absolute bottom one on my list that I wanted. Of course, I wanted Mewtwo. Was probably the one I wanted the most, and then Charizard. Aside from these 6 Pokeballs you could get with these 23 karat gold-plated cards inside of them, there were also 59 different toys that you could get from Burger King to celebrate this Pokemon movie. Back then, though, it was a big problem. They were selling out so fast, a lot of locations just ran out of toys, especially these gold-plated cards in the Pokeballs. Locations just would sell out of them super quickly. And so if you came to Burger King and they were sold out, they didn't have the Pokeballs or the toys, they would just give you a poster instead that had pictures of all 59 of these toys. It's kind of a slap in the face to be like, you can't have any of these toys, but here's a picture of them. Now, I know that this poster says 57 toys, but the Talking Pikachu actually had 3 different versions that had 3 different lines of Pikachu dialogue, it would say. So, poster says 57, there are technically 59. As a kid, I was only able to get my hands on one Togepi Pokeball. I have no idea whatever happened to that thing. Into adulthood, I still really wanted to have a full set of these, and I've been collecting them slowly over the years, and then I've decided that I want to pull these things out of storage and do a merch video on them. It's one of the cooler artifacts from Pokemania that I really look back on fondly, and I'm like, holy shit, how in the world did they even come up with this idea? You would never see this level of marketing or this level of like collectibles, I guess, that you would see at a fast food joint. But this is also the age where you could go to like Taco Bell and buy a Phantom Menace watch. But enough about all that. Let's get into the actual products.
This fall, the ultimate Pokemon showdown is here. Are you ready?
Only Burger King has limited edition gold-plated trading cards from Pokemon the First movie. $1.99 each with every tasty Burger King Big Kids meal you buy. Taste rules.
I do have a complete set here with all 6 different Pokemon that you could get as a gold-plated card. Togepi, Charizard, Mewtwo, Poliwhirl, Jigglypuff, and Pikachu, the primary mascot of the Pokemon franchise. Some of the boxes on these are a little roughed up. That's okay though, I do like having the original box, but it's much more exciting when we get to what's inside. I am going to open all 6 of these from their original packaging. These are going to be display items for me. I'm not really intending on reselling them at any point, so I don't care if the value goes down. So when you went into a Burger King, these could come in either a red box or a blue box. As far as I could find online, there's not a big difference between the ones. Luckily, I have all 6 of mine in red boxes. Otherwise, it would probably drive me crazy if they didn't all match. For this Pikachu one, I went ahead and opened up the back just so I could get it out of the packaging a little easier for the ease of the video. You can see it's got this really nice metallic red top that you can see my reflection in there as well as everything behind me. And then it's got these little tripod pegs at the bottom so that it can stand up and be a display item. When you open it up, you have the Pokemon gold-plated card in this hard plastic case. And then behind it, you can see that there's a certificate of authenticity from Nintendo that lists the item on it, says, hey, this is authentic, this is real, 23 karat gold, and it's got a signature on it from the chairman of Nintendo of America from '99. And then on the back, it's got some tips just for keeping these cards in good condition, saying that if you get fingerprints on them and, you know, don't wipe them off, it could cause the cards to degrade later on. And I gotta say, these cards are quite a bit heavier than you would think. You would think they'd be about the same weight as maybe a plastic card, just maybe a slight bit heavier because of the coating, but no, these have some heft to them. So you can see on the back, you actually get alternate art of the Pokemon with some cool background features. The Pikachu has some lightning bolts. It's also got a Pokedex entry on the back with some evolution information as well. Just saying, hey, if you want to evolve this into a Raichu, use a Thunderstone. So I'll take it out here and give you guys a better look at just how metallic and shiny it can be, and get a better look at the raised art that is on each of these cards, which makes it really cool that you have this 3D effect going on, that you have these raised artworks that kind of stick out. And that's really what I like most about these cards, is that they do have this dynamic look to them. So let's move on to the next one. I won't bore you just looking at the same Pikachu card for the entire video. This is another one that I really like. This is probably the one that I like most out of the set of 6. So let's get into this Mewtwo. Another thing I do want to note about the Pokeball displays is that the little stand that's inside of them, if you want to close the Pokeball, it has a little section to where you can lean the card further back. But for displaying, you can actually move the card up just a little bit into another notch that has it sitting straight up. And that's a nice little feature because, yeah, sometimes you might want to keep them closed. Other times you might want to have it on display. So it's nice that the stands inside the Pokeball had those little notches. I hadn't opened this one yet, so let's go ahead and tear that one open. Again, got this really nice metallic ball. Open it up to the Mewtwo card. All 6 cards do have the same kind of hard plastic case to keep the cards safe, to keep them in good condition, and they all have the same kind of certificate of authenticity with that kind of holofoil writing on it to make it really feel official. You know, you only really see this maybe on like diplomas and certifications and very official documents, so it's really cool that Nintendo of America printed these little certificates of authenticity with the foil writing to really make it seem like you had something special here. If you're a 10-year-old kid and you're looking at this, it can be mind-blowing. Just think like, this is a solid gold Pokemon card. It's like they pulled it straight out of a 10-year-old's dream to make something that seems extremely valuable, because at the time, the most valuable thing to a 10-year-old was your Pokemon card collection. And then, like, if you were going to imagine something valuable, it would be, you know, a gold trophy or a diamond watch, you know, just something stupid. And so to have a solid gold Pokemon card was pretty fantastic. This one in the background, you can see it's got like little DNA sequences which match Mewtwo pretty well. It's a nice little background feature. And then again, just the raised artwork is really cool, and it makes the light reflect off of it in a really great way. For the final opening, let's go ahead and do Charizard. That's probably going to be a lot of people's favorites. I shit on Charizard a lot on this channel, but, you know, I like Charizard too. Who doesn't? Just like a first edition Charizard from base set was the holy grail of cards back in the day, and actually still kind of is. This was the holy grail of the Burger King 23 karat gold plated cards. As kids on the playground would be like, nah, my mom went to Burger King, but I just got a stupid Jigglypuff. Everybody wanted the Charizard. Mewtwo was also very popular, but everybody wanted the Charizard. Even today, I did a quick eBay search before I did this video to see how valuable these actually were and if they retained value. Most of these go for $18 to $20 each if they have the original box, but the Mewtwo one is about $5 more. Those are going for $25 to $27. You can see on the back the alternate artwork is really cool. Both sides have that flame pattern in the background. Got the Pokedex entry, got its evolution line down at the bottom, And I gotta say, this probably is one of the best looking cards because it has more detail. Just as a Pokemon, Charizard has a little more detail to it than, say, a Jigglypuff or a Poliwhirl. So those edges and those details actually make Charizard pop a lot more just as a display item on your shelf, as you can see here. And here they are all lined up on display. If you're wanting to start a vintage merch collection, the Burger King toys are a great place to start because they look so good. If you've got any vintage Pokemon merch that you would like to see featured on the channel, go ahead and put it down in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I'm definitely going to try to get a hold of more of these Pokemon toys, especially the Burger King Squirters, just because I want a collection of Squirters. But also the Burger King plush toys that came in the plastic Pokeball. It's a little hard to find those Pokeballs now because they got recalled. Because kids were sticking them over their face and there was a danger of suffocating, so they had to recall them and then drill air holes in them so that it wouldn't happen anymore. But, you know, go ahead and also like, subscribe, all that YouTube nonsense. If you do like the channel, post a lot of different vintage Pokemon TCG content, getting more into merch, manga, comics, maybe even the anime if I can find a way around copyright stuff. But just stay tuned for all of that, and see you next video. Bye.